Okay, normally I wouldn't do this video so abruptly, but I've been seeing a lot of misinformation being given in some of the groups I'm in on Facebook, and I just had to. Sorry, my eyes are killing me. Oh, my eyes are always killing me on videos. But okay, so today I used this scrying mirror one of the first times, and excuse my eyes. So here it is. This is the scrying mirror that I created myself here. Simple, right? What I did was I took a regular mirror, circle mirror, and I painted it black using nail polish, black nail polish, and it came out, as you can see. As you can see, it came out pretty good. So yeah, this is the one that I made. It actually looks great. So yeah, get a mirror, any kind of mirror. You can make it yourself. I mean, some people use black obsidian mirrors. Others buy them. I recommend you make them just because it's easy to make. And it's just cheaper. Like, just get a mirror. And what I recommend, I did 3 coats. See, what I would do is do it in horizontal lines, on the edge, and don't go over the same stroke multiple times. Kind of do it once and then do it again and then do it again and cover it. Just try to cover it completely and then go over it in layers. Don't just keep doing it. Oh, it's going to get darker. No, it's not going to. When you use nail polish, it's not going to work that way. But so I used this. I literally was in my room, in the dark, just my scrying mirror and a white candle. And the white candle that I used is actually a candle. Why does this keep? It's really annoying me. The candle that I used. Sorry, it's late at night. Oh god, mess. But the candle that I used to actually just have a little bit of light was the white candle that I used to represent my ancestors on my altar. A white ancestral candle that I use when I do any of my other works, mainly my other conjures. I always have my white candle representing my ancestors. I need to delete Facebook. And so I had this in my hand, and next to me I had, not directly next to me, but enough so that I could see myself, I had the white candle. So I started staring into my reflection. I saw me, and it was weird. First, my eyes, of course, they look dark, but brown eyes, but my eyes began to get big, then small, and they started to disappear. So that freaked me out. So I was like, okay. I put it down. I was like, I'm just freaking myself out. I was like, you know what? It's my first time, so things are looking a little weird, whatever. So I picked it back up. I was like, just calm down, just relax. I told myself, just relax and just let go. So I picked this up again. And I began to relax, and I cleared my mind, and I began just gazing. And I began to go into a trance, which is what you're supposed to do. Some people don't go into a trance. I went into a trance, and my face began to change. How? My eyes became dark black, like sunken holes. Like there was almost nothing there in my face. Then the bridge of my nose, like this area that defines your nose, and my eyebrows. See, I'm a woman, so I have very soft features, They began to become like this kind of line. Imagine like a line here. If you're drawing a face, it began to become sharper, and the forehead became more masculine. The nose, the shape of my nose, basically the face was changing. My face started to kind of come closer to the mirror. Whatever the image was, it came closer to the mirror, almost like I had it closer to my face, and the face shifted from my very soft kind of round features to these hard, jagged features. And it literally was, I'm just gonna follow my instincts, it was a demon. And it looked angry. It wasn't even like, oh, I saw a demon. It was like, no, the motherfucker was literally like a demon, but it was like angry looking. It was just like, it literally was just me, and then it just got real, like right here, and it just had this angry scowl, like everything was angry, and his eyes were staring right back at me, and it was just like, I went from not being able to see my eyes to watching the literally my face disappear, and watching the features change as it moved close to the mirror. and was literally snarling at me. You know, it was like a masculine, it wasn't like a man, but it was a masculine demon, a masculine energy, and the faces were, you know, shaped like a masculine entity. And well, I was like, whoa. So I was like, I didn't put it down. I just kind of like moved it away from my face. Then I looked again. The same thing. I was like, well, whatever it is, it looks angry. And I don't like nobody angry looking at me because I ain't do nothing to you. So I was like, well, time is done, you know. I put it down and I literally put my candle over it. I started calling over my ancestors to close the portal, telling them to protect me, close the portal, because mirrors are portals. And I didn't invoke anything. I wasn't doing any of that, nothing. I was casually using it. Excuse me today. This video is gonna be weird. And that's what came. So it's closed. It's gone. It's closed. But I posted something in one of the groups I'm in, and people were just like, you know, I mean, some people are just trolling, but there are real people who really go on the internet and they really take the advice of strangers seriously. And I have to tell you something, you know, I'm more experienced. That's why I just did it casually. And I put it down like, oh, when talk to it, da 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 da. You do not want to just casually do things like that. When it comes to any kind of device, like a mirror, like Ouija, and it's not, oh, it's a cult, so don't do it. No, you know, you have to be realistic in that if you're not very powerful, if you don't know what it is and you don't know how to banish it, this is my rule. If you don't know what it is and you don't know how to banish it, you do not fuck with it, because you don't know the intention. Some spirits are tricksters. They're not really trying to kill you, but they will drive you mad just for fun. You know, some spirits, they're not good or bad. They have dual nature. So, you know, they can cause little things to happen. And like I said, you know, I saw people in the group just like, okay, well, yeah, just talk to it and, you know, see what it wants. No, you don't fucking communicate with random shit you don't know. Like, people need to understand. And the thing is, I know some of the people who are on the thread who are newbies. They don't know anything. I was there when they first joined the group, and they don't know shit. And they're literally giving advice like they know what they're talking about, and they don't. You know, because I monitor when people, you know, I pay attention to who posts and when people are new, and like, oh, I don't know anything, and then a week later you're like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah. No, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't even know who your ancestors are, let alone, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, okay. So with Scrying, this is just one form, one method. You don't have to do it this way. You're not gonna have the same. You're not gonna see the same thing as me. It may not happen to you, but my thing is, no matter what thing you're using for divination or scrying, no matter what method you use, if you come into contact with an entity or a spirit, do not, my advice is, if you're not seasoned, if you just don't know how to protect yourself, if you don't feel comfortable, especially in my case when something's looking at me and it looks pissed the fuck off, you do not talk to it, you do not stick around, you do not have a conversation, you don't, because like I said, this is a portal, and they can trick you, especially demons or tricksters. Anybody can be a trickster, but especially demons. They can trick you into doing certain things, to letting them in to your world. And do not, all you little dark newbies, Aleister Crowley wannabes, do not think you're Aleister Crowley and start trying, I'm going to summon. No, don't do that. Because then you're going to be crying about, oh, you're going to be, you know, it's just like people who don't understand. Things have consequences. And let me tell you, and I did a video on this, about people in magical Facebook group protecting yourself. But let me tell you something. Most of the people, like I said, a lot of the people, a good percentage of the people posting are just arrogant twits. And they have no real power, and they're nothing but newbies reading books from Amazon.com. And once you, and then this, let me tell you something. Somebody who is seasoned, you know, and I can sense this, you know, when you, in real life, I'm just not talking about a book, I'm not talking about a movie. In real life, when you sense energy that is evil or that is negative, you will be afraid. You will. Even if you can protect yourself, you will be afraid. You will. You're not God's people. Like many, as a human, you feel fear. You will be afraid, and you will not casually tell people to fuck with stuff like this. You won't. So always question. I honestly question the mental, like I said in my other video, how to protect yourself in magical Facebook groups. Check out my YouTube channel. I put in the video, many of these people in these groups are mentally ill. They are. And they don't care about you. You start doing stuff like this, and me, I knew to shut it down. I knew to call. I knew to do certain things to just shut it down. What I'm telling you happened to me. This happened to me today. This happened to me 20 minutes ago today, and I immediately shut it down because it looked angry, and I'm not about to be, and it's like these people who casually tell you, try it, try it, try it. It's not like alcohol. It's not like Molly or whatever the heck crazy drug kids doing these drugs. Just try it once and there's no consequences. No, this is real life. These are real things. Demons cannot be banished. You can't banish. I mean, not banished. You can't kill them. You cannot destroy them. They don't die. They're around. They just either leave you alone or they don't. And not all of them can just be casually let go by googling something on the internet and saying, "Oh, banish this," and you just have the power to banish it. You have some mediums and some shamans that tell people when they get possessed or they get poltergeist, they tell them, "You need to move because I'm not strong enough, and nobody in this state is strong enough to get rid of it. So you're gonna have to leave." So be wary of people casually telling you to dealing with the dark arts. And all this is not necessarily a dark art. But when dark things come to you, even when you have no intention, when dark things come to you, you best to shut it down. Shut it down. I'm just saying this because I don't know you, but I care. I'm a decent person. I care. And when I do certain things, I know what the risks are. But I just don't, like I said, if you want to make a scry, yes, but make sure you know what your protection is and make sure you have them on hand, because my ancestors shut it down. I'm good. Chilling. But not everybody's as lucky. Not everybody works with their ancestors. So newbies, not even just newbies, people who have been practicing but just don't know how to protect themselves or don't work with certain energies. Like some people don't work with negative energy. They've never had it. They are all light, love, and light. So, they wouldn't know how to protect themselves. Not everything's going to work, So, I mean, this is it. But yeah, if you want a scry mirror, just make your one yourself. Look how gorgeous this looks. It looks gorgeous. You never would have guessed I did this myself. But I will be working with it again. Hopefully I'll get something different. But I won't be doing it again until I have some other things that I want to do first to prepare myself, in case I do end up once again, dealing with something more of a negative energy coming through. Yeah, I just had to do this video because it's just so irresponsible, and that's how I know. And honestly, you'll see in a lot of these groups, people have a, I'll do what I want kind of attitude, and that's it. But all I can say is, when your children are being attacked, when you're being attacked, when your loved ones are being attacked, are these little a-holes who believe, "Let me do what thou wilt," are they going to be the ones protecting your ass? Are they going to be the ones making sure your daughter can sleep at night, your daughter isn't being possessed? Are they going to, people with those attitudes, are they going to become super saber hoe and protect you? Are they going to fly to your state, fly to your house, and help you bend? Are they? No, they're not. So really be careful about a lot of these selfish pricks online that they're very self-centered, and they don't care about their lives. They don't care about your lives. So they'll just casually tell you to do things, Don't casually do anything. Think about the consequences, I'm not saying things are bad necessarily, but you have to understand the risk. So yeah, this is an impromptu thing. Usually I'm going to go to bed soon, but I had to do this because I'm going to post this in several groups in the morning, but people are just so fucking irresponsible. And I'm a human, and I have those that I love, and you gotta understand, when you do stuff, even if you do it in private, it can affect those closest to you, okay? There's a real world, and what you do, it's not just what you do in your room, what you do when nobody's home. Whatever things that you come in contact with, they can attach themselves to you, or they can go after your children, they can go after your siblings, or those who are weaker than you, who don't know any better. You know, your little daughter, your little sister, who thinks she has an imaginary friend, that's not a fucking imaginary friend, okay? That's trying to possess her, and it's trying to get her comfortable. So like I said, don't be stupid, and don't just casually work with dark things. Just don't. And even if you're not trying to and it comes to you, don't casually give these things permission to get close to you, because you may not get rid of them, and you may not know exactly what you're dealing with. So that's just my warning. Good night. Be careful.